I've been thinking a lot recently about YouTube intros.
What's up, guys? I'm KBHD here.
Hope you've had a fantastic Tuesday.
How long should they be? Is there a right or wrong way to do them?
What's up, you guys? It's Graham here. So
mythical morning.
welcome back to another episode of
Hit that like
VFX
button and let's just jump into it.
In this video, I wanted to look at other YouTube creators on this platform. What are they doing? What are they including in the setup or tease of their videos? What works? What doesn't work? Why does it work in different contexts? I don't know, all this sort of stuff. I want to unpack it today.
Let's talk about it.
For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm Eric Wen, and on this channel we talk about communication and self-awareness. I want to help you as a creative think about what you say and how you say it so that you can make a better impact. YouTube intros are a little confusing. It can be hard to know what to include. Some YouTubers, it's not even clear if they have an intro. They never really say, let's get into it. They're just sort of freeballing it. They're improvising. And then there's other creators where they clearly have a specific formula. They have a very specific way they like introducing themselves and trying to build up curiosity. For me, when I'm watching YouTube or making my own YouTube videos, I've found that 15 to 30 seconds is about the sweet spot. If I'm watching a video and it's not compelling within the first 15 to 30 seconds, I find my mind wandering a little bit. There's a higher chance of me skipping ahead in the video or losing some of that excitement that I had when I first clicked that video. This 20 to 30 second mark of boredom is so consistent with me that it caught me off guard when I saw Matt D'Avella's The 2-Day Rule. It's a great video. He's talking and talking and talking.
So what's the 2-day rule? How has it helped me? And why are rules so effective at helping us change our lives?
And then suddenly the sponsored section hits. And I'm like, wait, I have literally no idea what the 2-day rule is. He still hasn't gotten to the point. I still have no idea where he's going with this video, but it's well past a minute and I'm totally engaged. How did he do that? Why does it work when he does it? What got even more confusing is that when I looked into more of his videos, he's very all over the place in how long his intros are. They're always engaging, they're always compelling, but sometimes they're 20 seconds, sometimes they're 2-3 minutes. I needed to figure out what was going on. Why did it work when he was doing it? To dig around, to learn a little bit more, I started watching a lot more content. Here's some of the things I found. So the first thing I found were a whole bunch more creators where it was clear they had a formula to their intros. After watching 3 to 6 of their videos, you could have a pretty good guess of how long their intros were gonna be, what types of things they liked including in their YouTube intros. I also found a whole bunch of other creators like Matt D'Avella that had varying lengths in their intros. You couldn't predict it very well. This was so interesting to me, I don't know why, but the title of this video, I can't easily answer that question. It's different every single time, but I wanted to understand a little bit more why. So to understand this a little bit better, I wanted to start with the creators that had consistent YouTube intros. Their intros tended to be on the shorter side. They were very concise and to the point. And so I figured, let's look at what they're including in their super short, to the point intros to learn some of those basics, to learn some of those fundamentals. If you have to strip it down all the way to the basics, what are the major fundamental things you need to communicate to your audience at the start of your videos? One, they very quickly introduced a core question or problem.
Who makes the best fast food breakfast burrito?
Let's talk about that.
Learning things slowly is a bummer, but unfortunately that is the route that I see most people go when it comes to learning confidence and charisma.
It's really important to set up a major hook at the beginning of your videos. A question that's hard to answer right off the bat, something that accurately captures what the video is about, something that's fun to unpack or explore.
Mr. Beast here. Today we're gonna buy every item in this store. Let's do it.
The second thing these creators loved including was some form of introduction.
My name's Roberto Blake. I'm a creative entrepreneur, public speaker.
They needed to establish their authority or credibility as quickly as possible. Sometimes this was something they literally said out loud, like,
So I've made over 1,200 videos on YouTube.
but that isn't the only way to do this. A lot of us forget how much of our authority or credibility is, oh, the chips. A lot of us forget how much of our authority or credibility is communicated non-verbally, right? You can see all the camera stuff in Peter McKinnon's background. With Mr. Beast, you can see what type of stunts he's trying to pull off, how many subscribers he has, how many views he has. You don't need him to say that he has a track record of doing crazy things. You sort of understand a lot of this implicitly. And then lastly, each of these creators found a way to pitch value.
I'm gonna tell you how to know what other people think of your videos, and we're starting right now.
They wanted to express as quickly as possible that there was something positive you were gonna get from this video. Those three fundamentals were present in some sort of way at the beginning of every single YouTube creator's videos. Even the outliers, the confusing ones that we're gonna need to unpack right now, presented these three things very clearly at the beginning of their videos.
So what's the 2-day rule? How has it helped me? And why are rules so effective at helping us change our lives?
If any of those things are not being communicated at the start of your videos, it feels a little weird. That's pretty much when you get that feeling, wait, where is this video going? Why should I care? Who is this guy? Make sure you have a great grasp of those three things at the beginning of your videos. All right, so now we need to figure out the inconsistent side of this page. Why is it that Matt D'Avella can have whatever size intro he wants, or sometimes dance around the topic or go on these random detours, and it still works? What's going on?
At the end of 2019, let's see if YouTube's processing has gotten any better or any worse. Let's see how good it really is in 2019.
3 minutes and 15 seconds. To get some extra clues on what was going on, I wanted to take a look at what extra stuff these creators were putting in their intros. Firstly, they had a lot more extra hooks in their videos.
I am a terrible actor.
2, they liked adding more context to whatever topic the video was about. Sometimes they went super macro and talked about a big theme. Other times they sort of went on a detour to a related topic.
Behind the scenes, what you might not know is the actual video file that I'm uploading to YouTube.
Other times they showed more of their environment.
This is a total coincidence that this scene happens to be happening in The Godfather right now. This is when Don Corleone dies and Mike Corleone becomes the new Godfather. In any event, life is like a book.
There were people interrupting them more, or funny things would happen and they would include it in the video. And then lastly, there was a lot more extra personality and opinion in these YouTubers' intros.
Why do I spend so much time on like the little things, just little color adjustments?
I'm gonna quit caffeine for 30 days.
Sometimes this was with jokes or random things happening to them. It didn't need to be there, but it definitely made it come to life more.
And one of my favorite things about making videos with this high-end gear.
All right, so these three things are pretty present in these creators' videos. It stands out to me that these three things, hooks, extra context, extra personality, they're all extra. They don't stand on their own, right? Your video is not gonna be as compelling as Casey Neistat's just because you added random stuff in there. This side of things, these are not replacements for these things. In fact, I see a lot of YouTube intros that have a lot of random distracting hooks and extra context and random personality stuff, which is cool, it's fun, but sometimes if you don't have that baseline substance, if you're not communicating your value, explaining why people should care about you, or setting up a core question that's interesting, then these things end up being meaningless. This is sort of like the expansion pack of a board game. It's extra rules, it's extra characters, it's extra fun, but it doesn't work without the base set. So now that we have this full paper, right, these are the fundamentals, and this is sort of like the expansion pack. These intros are shorter, these intros tend to be a little bit longer. Both sides work great, right? There's fantastic top tier creators on both sides of this page. It might be easier to figure out what side is right for you though, if you think about your #1 top priority. If your top priority is addressing a specific problem, a specific question, your intros don't need to be long. You should have a good grasp on what that question is, what that problem is, why you're a good person to solve that problem. On the other hand, what if your #1 top priority isn't to solve a problem, isn't to be as direct and to the point as possible? This extra stuff, it wasn't added because it was necessary. It wasn't added to more directly address a core problem or question. This stuff was added to tell a better story. For creators like Matt D'Avella, crafting a compelling story was actually slightly more of a priority than addressing a specific problem. When Matt D'Avella does his 2-day rules, 3-year rules, that sort of thing, or has those 30-day challenge videos, the way he structured his videos, it's not just to give you a cut and dry solution. He wants to share a story. And so the length of his intros reflects that. He touches on all these different topics and themes to deepen the context of the 2-day rule, the 30-day challenge, whatever. And he adds a lot of asides and personality and opinion to make that story more and more compelling. Whichever side you choose, whether you're trying to center your video around a really interesting question and solution, or you're trying to set up a very compelling story, I hope this little breakdown could give you a little bit more insight into how YouTube intros work and how you can become a better communicator on this platform. It stands out to me that I noticed storytelling elements in MKBHD's videos, right? He's a tech YouTuber. You would think that that would be very sterile, educational, informational, but he finds a way to bring it to life. In the future of these videos, I need to keep practicing being a better storyteller in all sorts of different contexts. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share with a friend if you feel so inclined. Thank you guys so much for everything. You are the change maker of your own life. Let's think more deeply. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.